taken down here by police, not given medical attention, despite having an obvious wound to the head, has a head injury, and is getting ongoing treatment. We've just heard this evening that because of the head injury, which is a serious injury, the SIU has invoked their mandate. So despite what the TPA and Chief Deputy in his little video and TPS in their little sub-tweet to me said, you know, this is a serious incident, and it needs a second set of eyes. You know, they really want to make this about the rules of the road and stop signs. And like, we could argue for days about the propriety and usefulness of this configuration here. But like, that's not the point of this, and I don't think that's what the outrage is. The point is that a person on a bike was knocked down and jumped on by 4 officers for a traffic ticket. If he didn't stop, maybe he should have. If he swore at the boys, maybe he shouldn't have. But that doesn't justify being taken down with force. If there are legitimate community complaints in this area, the City of Toronto needs to address those, and not with police. If you send police to address a community issue, there will be a violent result, more times than not. Every community knows this. Multiple communities for many years have been saying the same thing. Heck, these guys have even apologized for it. I don't want to go too... So, that all being said, we're here today to sort of show support for the young man and show our opposition to this excessive force and the targeting of cyclists. That's also nothing new. We've been dealing with this shit since Hyde Park in 2021. Who here was on that big ride we did? Yeah, we shut it down. Tonight we're going to have a nice ride. It's a lovely evening. A little bit about logistics. Stay together, stay as a group. When we approach a red light, we will stop at the red light if it's red. Once it goes green, we all go through. If it turns red while we're all going through, we keep going through. Anybody with marshalling experience, like, do your thing, you know what I mean? You know what I mean. Okay, we're going to amass on this street here, which I always forget the name of it. And so everybody will bring their bikes into this street, and when we're all in the street, we'll turn a left, wait, that's a right, do a right onto the road. We don't want to encumber the lovely MGT on a night like this. So we'll take the road. This is a critical mass. We can and should do that. And then we'll just take this sucker all the way to Dan Leckie. We'll go up and we'll use that pedestrian multi-use grid, you know. I'd like some marshals when we get there to shoot ahead and sort of give pedestrians a heads up and say very politely, hey, big group of cyclists coming, would you all mind staying to the right? Okay, thank you. And then we will stay to the left.
We'll stay on our right because they will stay on their right.
Now I'm confused. Yeah, right. There's 2 rights.
Yeah.
I'm a lawyer. I don't do this stuff. So yeah, that part I think is important. We really want to respect our fellow vulnerable road users there.
Yes, sir.
Then we'll bang up Portland. And there's that little funky pedestrianization part there around Wellington. So we want to make sure that we keep an eye out for the pedestrians there too, and really take it easy through there. And then the goal will be to punch up to Richmond. I think we take the road all the way across there too. See how we feel. Which one goes this way? Adelaide. Look at this, we're doing this together. I appreciate that so much. We'll take Adelaide across to
University.
or York.
York? Hunter?
Consensus? Maybe York?
We'll take
York is nice and cool and quiet. We'll bang up York into Nathan Phillips Square. Hopefully our friends from the Neon Riders will be there, and anybody who wants to keep rolling can do that.
All right.
So let's get in the roadway. If any or get like, you know, confrontational, we'll really de-escalate with them, okay? You know, say things that don't make sense, like what's your favorite Home Alone movie, you know, this kind of stuff. Really try and, we're going to avoid conflict. These guys are super dangerous. about your team, especially those of you who dealt with the rather irate individual.
Mine?
On
One right.
Thanks so much. Keep the pressure on. Everybody get home safe, ride with a buddy. At least we're not influence. 10 times safe to get home. Riders are here, they're going to go flip around Portland's area.
We're going to at 7:30. We're going to go around the Portland area. At Leslie Bookhouse Park, we're going to have a race set up for us. And we'll be back here by midnight.
Of course we know you, Mayor.
Bennett. Listen, this, what we do when we get together, when we make noise, this should not end tonight. This needs to continue going. Continue going. You need to talk to your friends, you need to talk to your family, you need to bring people out to make your voices heard. This is not going to end just